Want some money?
Hello, welcome to Jess Bets. I'm Jess and this is Jenny. So we are recording today separate places, unfortunately. Jenny, want to tell the fans where you are?
Congratulations to Melina Matches, soon to be her Jump. It's a really hard last name she's getting.
Jump?
I think it's like Jalmerson or something, but it's like the guy that used to be on the Blackhawks that was my favorite player at one time.
Yeah.
But it's not. But she's getting married. So what?
Said good story.
It sounds like that. She's getting married, so I'm in not so sunny AZ. The sun did just come out, but it was raining earlier here today. So whoever has, not to be political, but like any global warming concerns there are, it's colder here than it is in Chicago, and it did rain here, so we should be okay.
Okay, that's good. Thanks for the PSA.
Yeah.
And I'm actually in your sister's house, so that's a fun twist. We're just everywhere right now.
With Percy James.
Yeah, I'm babysitting Percy. So Jenny, we missed you last week. We had Maddie fill in. It was actually pretty good because he's really, really, really depressed about the Packers, which I can really watch all day. We had an okay week, not as good as what we've been, but we went 2-2, so room for improvement. Do you know what a bad beat is?
Like beat is what like makeup drag queens call their makeup.
Okay, so that's not what I'm talking about. That's amazing.
Like a bad. So like is a bad beat. I'm gonna guess. If I were to guess, it's like, hey, I got some bad intel on a game.
Kinda. It's not like, okay, so bad beat is when your bet is looking really good and then something happens to twist it and ruin it and put it in shambles. So that's what happened to me last week. I had Falcons. They were plus 4.5. Oh, wait, so can I tell you a story? Will you listen to the story? It's kind of long. Okay. So bear with me. I feel like we need like an infographic. So
we're going to lose all 3 people that are watching this show.
Okay. So Sarah, maybe I'll make you a graphic you can put up on the screen. The Falcons needed to win by 5 points. There was like a minute left in the game. They were up by 6. Everything was looking great. Then I wrote this down, with 20 seconds left, the Panthers scored a touchdown. And so theoretically, like if they kick the extra point, they're up by 1, right? The Panthers missed they missed the extra point. So the game goes into overtime. And I'm like, all right, I still have life. If the Falcons win the coin toss, they'll get the ball. And if they score a touchdown first, then they'll win the game. So there's incentive too. Did I already lose you?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Moral of the story is I was 20 seconds away from covering, and then they let up a Hail Mary and then decided not to score a touchdown in overtime, so I did not win. So that's a bad beat.
Yeah, like I listened to your full story, but I did stop caring about the Carolina Panthers about 6 days ago when Christian McCaffrey left the team.
That's fair. All right, let's get into our picks this week.
Okay.
He's actually playing really well for the 49ers.
Oh, my God. I watched the whole game. I love him. He's my favorite player in the whole NFL.
I mean, he did everything. He threw, he caught, and he ran. Like, what can he do?
No, he's
all right, so first up, Dolphins are playing at Soldier Field against the Bears. The line is 5 for the Dolphins, so Dolphins -5, over under 45.5. The Dolphins are kind of middle of the road for their defense. Bears obviously lost a huge part of their defense this week with Roquan Smith getting traded to the Ravens. And I don't know if you've been watching the Bears games lately, but they honestly haven't been like poke your eyeballs out bad to watch. Like it's been a nice change of pace. The last 2 games, they're averaging 31 points a game for the last 2 games. I don't think that's ever happened in my lifetime that they scored more than 30 points in 2 games in a row. Are you having a rave? What's happening?
No, I feel like my screen keeps flickering, and I'm scared it's because I didn't pay for the extra Wi-Fi. I'm on like the normal streaming one. Yeah. Okay, but to your point, so this may or may not surprise the viewers, but I did just come from the bar, and in the bar, like ESPN was on, and the like header said, everybody jump on board the Justin Fields train. like blah, blah, blah. So like
Mhm.
he must be doing, I mean, I'm not going to lie, like I haven't been watching a ton of NFL lately. I don't know if anyone's been keeping up, but I've been traveling. Like I've been in the islands, now I'm in the mountains. Long story short, I think the Bears are good.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but they're not terrible. Like their defense is not good, which is fine. We can hopefully fix that in free agency in the draft. Their offense is hopefully getting better. They got a wide receiver from the Steelers this week, Chase Claypool, and so
That's the
it'll be
name of my
interesting.
principal.
What's that?
Dr. Claypool was my principal in high school.
Oh, maybe they're related.
Maybe.
But my point is that I'm thinking, I don't know. I feel like their offense is kind of showing signs of life, which is good. Their defense is also giving up a lot of points, which do you get where I'm headed? I think my pick is the over 45 and a half. The Dallas Bears game last week was like a nonstop offense fest. So I'm hoping for the same thing this week.
Who are we playing again?
Miami.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think they're good. Are they good?
They're decent. Remember Tua? Tua's back. Yeah.
Tua?
Are you texting someone?
No, I'm logging in to make my bets live this time so I don't forget it.
All right, good idea.
Because,
all right.
like, yeah.
Next up, we have Panthers at Bengals. Bengals are 7.5 point favors. Favorites.
They're not losing this week. They've been losing so much.
Yeah. If you watched last week, they played the Browns, and we had Maddie and I both won. Actually, I took money line. Maddie took them 3.5 and smoked them.
I think Maddie
but I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, how much more can they be embarrassed? They were really embarrassed against the Browns last week. I mean, they're missing a core wide receiver for them. Jamar Chase is going to be out a few more weeks. But the Panthers, like, should not win any more games for the rest of the year. It doesn't make sense that they win any games as it is. So the line's 7.5 right now. I'm hoping it goes to 7. I might tease it to get it to 7. So that's my pick. Bengals minus 7.5.
Yeah, I know who Jamar Chase is because I remember him. He's friends with Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
And if he's sitting out this game,
yeah.
I don't feel like awesome about that. But I do feel good about, I did see 2 little kids in Joe Burrow, like rose-colored suits for Halloween. And I feel, or like the rose suit. I feel like that's a good sign. Good karma's coming his way. I think he's going to win. I think he's tired of being a loser.
Yeah, I think so too. He's just not a loser, so it's just not on brand.
Right.
All right, next up, Raiders are minus 1.5 at Jacksonville. Over under is 47.5. So last week the Raiders didn't even score 1 point. They played the Saints, and it was pretty pathetic. They're also 0-4 on the road this year, so a couple of key points there. And also, no one cares about the Raiders and the Jaguars. So I feel like I need to bet this game just to care a little bit about.
Yeah, totally. Now you know what my life is like.
But it's like one of those things is like when I see it come up on Red Zone, like I'm not even going to care that these two teams exist, but now I will because I'll have some money on it. So yeah, I think it's interesting that the Raiders are favored. So I'm actually taking the opposite. I'm going Jacksonville plus, or actually Jacksonville money line is the bet I'm taking. More value.
Can you text me these later?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that I'm in with that. They do have the pool, and what else could there be? When did the 49ers play? Are we talking about them today?
We're not talking about them this week.
Okay, well, mark my words. I don't know if anyone has been a loyal follower, but I think I picked them to win the Super Bowl. Like,
you should bet that. That should be your future bet.
I really think they're gonna win. I think they're so good. I love everyone on the team. Like,
they're honestly their value. You should have actually bet it when you said you were going to, because they got before the trade. But maybe they'll lose a couple games, and then that's when you bet them. Get some more value out of it. All right, so now we have Indy is playing at New England, and New England's favored 5.5 points. Over under here is 39.5. Indianapolis, they were going through some tough times over there. They just started a new quarterback, lost a tight one last week. I think they lost.
Did they just beat us, though?
Did they what?
Did they beat us? Did we play them?
No.
Oh.
They're also 1-7 against the over this year. They average 16 points a game. Like, they don't really have a lot going for them. I mean, New England, they've also had a tough go at it, but I just don't see them losing. I definitely don't see them losing to Indianapolis. Like, I hope that they cover, but my actual pick is the under 39.5. Remember when the Bears played New England, there weren't a lot of points scored in that game either. So I'm kind of just riding out the 1-7 streak for the Colts.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm in. Is the guy, can you remind me of the New England quarterback's name?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Is
Or
he any good?
Zappy. There's like a quarterback controversy going on in New England.
Why is he cheating?
No, he's not cheating. He's not playing well.
Oh. When you hear his name, do you think of Mac Jones? Remember that song?
That's literally what I think about every time.
Me too. Oh my God. Okay, just making sure.
All right, so bringing back our new feature, Fate of the Week. Uh-oh, I have to sneeze.
God bless.
All right. So this is, again, the line that just doesn't make any sense at all. This is Minnesota is only 3.5-point favorites at Washington. So Minnesota's 6-1, Washington's 4-4. Washington is like kind of going through it. I think they're actually selling the team. So they got some issues going on. Minnesota, I really don't think they're a 6-1 team. Like, I think they're maybe like I don't know.
You think they just play a bunch of losers?
Yeah, and they just get lucky, and I just don't think they're that good. They play in like one of the worst divisions in football, so that's also just free wins for them. Kirk Cousins, Minnesota's quarterback, used to play for Washington. He was drafted by Washington, so maybe he has some, I don't know, maybe he's scared. Maybe he's going to try too hard. Anyways, my point is that Minnesota minus 3.5 is a little bit too obvious of the pick. So I'm taking Washington plus 3.5 because it makes, again, 0 sense. But maybe they're happy about the team getting sold. You know who might buy the team, Jenny?
Who, Mark Cuban?
Close. Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z.
Wow. So that's like a mixture of like Jay-Z and Amazon coming together?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but Taylor Swift, I know I've been talking about that nonstop, but as far as I'm concerned, like there's not a lot else going on in the world right now. Her new album came out and it just was banger after banger after banger after banger. I mean, I think JFL's re-ranked her favorite songs like about 6 different times.
Yeah, every day.
But it's only because there's not a bad song on the album.
Really?
And she just announced like her Eras tour, and it's going to be probably $2 billion to attend it, but like we will be there come hell or high water or Capital One. So I guess the tea time of the week is congratulations to Taylor for having taken over every single slot on the Billboard, whatever that is, top whatever.
100. So proud 100. Of you.
She's like 1 through 10, isn't she? Or
yeah,
something
she's
like
1
that?
through 10.
1 through 10. And B, if any one of our friends has a Capital One credit card, we're looking at you.
Please, begging.
Can we please borrow your credit card? We'll pay the interest. We'll buy you beers. You can even come with us.
There won't be interest. We'll be paying back right away.
We don't care. We'll pay him friend interest.
That's true. We'll pay you friend interest.
Although our friendship is enough of a gift, if I do say so.
I know. It's pretty invaluable when you think about it.
It is invaluable. It's priceless.
Priceless.
But long story short, we're going either way, but like that Capital One credit card might get us better seats.
Yeah. So we'd really, 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 really appreciate it. If you have a Capital One card, if you're willing to open one for us, that'd be great too. Just send us those digits.
That would be, I mean, that's our first charity is us. Our second charity is Live Like Rue. We always support them. So please feel free to donate at any time.
It's $5 Fridays.
Switch them to your Prime because when you're supporting Jeff Bezos and his new Washington football team, I forgot the name again.
Commanders.
Commanders.
No, not the Guardians.
Were they the I don't know. I also don't care. So
all right. Thanks for joining us on this week's Jess Bets. Good luck to all of your bets. And if you take ours, we hope they win. But if you don't, we hope they lose.
And I hope JFL texts me our bets so I can actually bet them this time.
Yes, I will. Bye.
Bye. Love yas.